So the thing about Guatemala city buses is that it is scientifically proven that if you're under the age of 10, the second you step onto one, you've got to pee. This is how these work. 1 foot on and the bladder is bursting. And so, as a child, no matter where you go, it feels like days. And every time you're sure you'll die. So that's why the day that I left Guatemala City at the age of 9, and I got to ride in the back of a pickup truck on the way to the airport, I felt like British royalty. Like I could just wave at the common man as he passed. Oh, look, over there, a bus. Peasants. And the thing is, I was headed to the United States of America, and to a 9-year-old Guatemalan boy, that means 3 things. Number 1, $5 Ninja Turtle action figures. Number 2, an entire nation that from sea to shining sea looks exactly like the set of Saved by the Bell. And number 3 is that before I died, I would own a Nintendo. Now, to understand the rest of the story, you need to meet an important character, my Uncle Willie. Now, I know all of us here today have beloved and respected childhood heroes. I want to tell you lovingly but firmly, my childhood hero is better than yours. Uncle Willie was the veterinarian in residence for a caiman farm. Caimans, they are cousins to alligators. They can be up to 15 feet long. On this farm, he did, all of the normal things that a caiman veterinarian would do. Give them shots with humongous hypodermic needles, take out their bad teeth, etc., etc. He lived on this farm for some time, as did many of the other farm workers, and they each had kind of their own little bungalows. One day, one of the workers came home drunk, and his wife kicked him out. So now he's wandering the property, a little bit tipsy, a little bit off, a little bit out of whack, and bam. He falls into one of the lagoons full of caimans. Now, there's a struggle and a splash, and you guys know that drunk people do miraculous things. This guy managed to get out of the water. But when he looked for his left hand, it was gone. He runs to his house and knocks with his good hand. His wife opens the door and he shows her what just happened. Together they go and run off and look for my uncle, and my uncle says, we need to find this caiman and we need to put it down. Don't ask me how this search happened or what it was like. All I know is that today, my Uncle Willie has that caiman's cranium on a bookshelf. He calls it manitas, little hands. Uncle Willie was there the day we left. He was at the airport. And he was uncharacteristically somber, which threw me off. When it came time to say goodbye, he got down on one knee to give me a hug. And it was one of those hugs that just follows you around for the rest of your life. He cradled my head with his hand, and he held his cheek against mine. And on my cheek I felt his tears. Uncle Willie was crying. Caiman hunter Uncle Willie. And it struck me that something was going on that I didn't understand. It's taken me decades to realize that day I was blinded by hope. I was so enthralled by where I was going that for the life of me, I couldn't see what I was leaving behind. A country I didn't know I loved. A language that until the day I die will always sound to me like the voice of my mother. and a short, brown Indiana Jones that was the closest thing I'd ever had to a father. The U.S. turned out swimmingly. I have owned countless Ninja Turtle action figures during the course of my life. But now, at 37, I know I should have cried that day. I should have cried when your tear-stained cheek brushed mine, and the airport echoed wide. What I didn't know was goodbye. I should have cried when I walked aboard the plane and watched Guatemala fade, as if the clouds below were her grave. All I could see is what I'd won, a life of red and white and blue. I didn't know that I was losing too, losing you. Oh, I should have cried. I should have cried, but sometimes pain takes years to bloom, till one quiet afternoon, when you're swallowed whole by old wounds. All I could see was what I'd won, a life of red and white and blue. I didn't know that I was losing too, losing you. Oh, I should have cried. I should have cried. I should have